All right, so today we're going to be talking about how to properly heat up wax. I do already have some red blood wax in my wax pot. That's okay. So the first thing you want to do is make sure your wax pot is plugged in. My bigger wax pot is plugged into my Alexa, and I do have a video on my channel about how I use my Alexa to heat up my wax pot when I'm not home. So as you can see, the back of the pot, the on and off switch is in the on position, and also in the front the green light is on. Usually on wax pots they do have little small power lights to let you know that the wax pot is actually on. And then we're going to make sure that the dial is turned all the way up. And these bigger these bigger wax pots do heat up pretty fast. So this wax should be warmed up in the next 10 minutes ish. So while my wax is heating up, oh, by the way, guys, be careful. Don't get wax on your carpet. It's a pain in the ass to try to get up. I do have a few favorites that I like to use. So Sexy Smooth Wax is a really good wax, and they had a Black Friday sale. And the Black Friday sale was really good. It was $10 a bag. So yeah, I got 4 bags. And then I have some of my red blood wax in a Ziploc. I bought 5 pounds of red blood. Another bag of Sexy Smooth that I've already kind of started using. I have a bag of Galaxy Derm Wax, lots of popsicle sticks, and I have some pink chiffon also from Derm Wax. So I like to try new waxes. I like to try different consistencies. So I have a few bags saved up. And we can't forget the Russian Pearl. I did buy just 1 bag of Russian Pearl to see if I actually liked it. It's a really, really good wax. Really good cream wax. If you're into cream waxes, it's by Waxness. I would definitely suggest getting it. All right, so the pot is already starting to get hot. You can see a little bit of steam. So on the outside, you can see where it's starting to liquefy a little bit. These bigger pots really do warm up really quickly, which is great if you're in a hurry. But even when you do heat the wax up, the inner part of the pot, it's a little blurry, sorry. The inner part of the pot is always going to be where the wax is the coolest, and the outer parts of the pot is where the wax is going to be the hottest. So you have to be careful, especially when you're putting wax on your client, because the wax might be hotter on the outsides of the pot. So we're going to go in with my silicone wax stick and just move the wax around just to get it to break up a little bit, because this wax is really about to be really, really hot at this point. And you can see as I move it around, it's really, really, really hot. You could not put this on somebody. You would literally burn their skin off. So you have to be careful. Now again, as you can see, the wax is super, super hot because you want a pancake batter consistency. So we're going to add more wax beads to set off the hotness. And when I say set it off, I mean add something cooler to cool the temperature down of the hot wax. And remember to turn down your wax pot at the same time. You can't add wax beads, keep the wax pot on let's just say 170 degrees. If your wax pot goes that high, you're not going to get the right consistency. So as you can see here, I'm moving the wax around. The pot is still a little hot. So the beads are going to melt kind of quickly, but over time, and when I say over time, over a couple of minutes, you'll start to see that the wax is going to thicken up. I added just a few more wax beads because it wasn't at the right consistency that I wanted. So I'm stirring this up again, trying to get it to the right consistency. And then, all right, here's the money maker that gets shit shaken. It's exactly the consistency that you want. You want that pancake batter looking consistency. You don't want it to be too runny. If it's too runny, you can't put it on your client. You want them to be as comfortable as possible and burning their skin off isn't comfortable. So this is exactly what you want, and you should be able to make a honeycomb and have the wax not hit the pot for 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Perfect consistency. All right, guys, thanks for tuning in. I hope this helped. If you had any questions about turning your wax pot on, knowing if it's on or not, and melting your wax and understanding how to get it to the right temperature.